What's up, running fam? Today I'm going to share with you guys some tips I have for running outside for beginning runners. What's up, everyone? Welcome back in. This is Matt Resendiz, the Northwest Side Runner. Thanks for taking the time to come out and check the channel out. For those of you who may be new, this channel is dedicated to running shoes, and Orange Theory fitness. As mentioned, today I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about my running tips for beginner runners who may be wanting to get outside more and run, or even build up their running volume and run more than they have been over the last few months. Now, if you've caught any of my previous videos, I started this YouTube channel last month in hopes of sharing my running knowledge and my personal experiences with the world. And a couple things that I've talked about is how running can just be as simple as you'd like to keep it. And I think this is very important to keep in mind, especially if you're new to running outside and if you plan on running outside more than you have been. So I'm going to give you guys a few tips and pointers how to build up your running volume outside and how to do so safely over the next few months as the temperatures start to get a lot hotter here in Chicago. All right, first things first, whether you're using a watch or your phone to track your runs, make sure that you are tracking with an app that you can, see, like a month or week stretch. I personally use Strava. The Nike Running Club app is out there. Garmin has their own app. So take a look at the different apps that are available. Fitbit, many people run with a Fitbit, and see what is very simple for you to take a look at, to read, to digest all that running information. So before you go out for that run and start to build up your summer running, make sure you're using an app that is easy for you to use. Now, once you have that app ready to go, I really think that people who are starting to run shouldn't necessarily get caught up on pace, right? So for beginner runners who may not have any experience outside running in the past, I would suggest to go by time. So whether they're run walking or run jogging, start with half hour to maybe 35 minutes 3 times a week. At this point, you're not going to be concerned with long runs. You're just really trying to put some time in out there and getting your feet wet with moving a little bit faster and being able to recover to start to build up your weekly mileage. Now, if you're not a beginner at that level and you've been running for some time now, you want to make sure that your weekly mileage every week from week to week does not surpass a 10 to 15% increase. So if you run 10 miles one week, you don't want your increase to be more than 11 to 12-ish miles the following week. You want to make sure that you have a steady increase from week to week, and while also giving yourself plenty of time to recover. In terms of recovery, a lot of people think that recovery is what happens like right after a run or a workout outside. Recovery is that, but it also includes other things. Hydration during the day, or before a run, after a run. That all is a part of recovery in order to run every other day or even every day. Refueling. So I know that a lot of people like to stay away from carbs, but carbohydrates is a very important nutrient for runners, and depending on how much mileage you're doing, you don't want to overdo carbs, obviously, but you want to make sure that you're refueling with electrolytes, carbohydrates that come from oats and grains and whole foods, stuff like that. So being smart about that, not necessarily skipping meals if you're trying to maybe lose weight while running, but you want to make sure that you're intaking enough fuel to be able to run, every other day. If you're a beginner and you're just doing, a half hour 3 to 4 times a week, and you've been doing that for a few weeks, you can then on the weekend start to build in a long run, okay? Now with these long runs, you're gonna run for longer, obviously. So if you're doing 30 minutes during the week, you may wanna do 40 minutes, okay? Now with these longer runs, we call these endurance miles, right? So you're going to go much slower during a longer run than maybe you would over a shorter 30-minute run. And this goes for any other type of beginning runner, whether they jog all the time or do any other type of running during the week. You don't want all of your runs to be super hard, super fast. Half of your runs during the week should be at a steady, even pace if you are tracking by pace. And again, if you're just getting into this, don't worry about your pace. What's more important is that you're able to comfortably finish the time that you've allotted for yourself for your particular run or walk run. And lastly, and this one is for the beginners out there, just take it easy out there. Again, as I just said, you don't have to do super fast, hard runs. You know, just try and find the joy in moving outside, enjoying the warmer weather, you know, being able to take in that sunset or that sunrise in the morning. And the last thing would be running when it's cooler out. So I know that everyone's schedule is different, but I prefer running in the morning before the sun comes up. I know a lot of people do it when the sun is starting to go down. I would highly suggest not running in the middle of the day or the middle of the afternoon, because as the sun is out with no cloud coverage, the ground starts to heat up and you really do start to feel it. So I would try and pick a time where the ground is a lot cooler. So, you know, early in the morning or later in the afternoon as the sun is beginning to set. Because that way, you know, you don't want to set yourself up like, oh, I'm gonna do a 45-minute jog today in the middle of the day, and then you just kind of like falling out at the end and, you know, having it be a miserable experience. That's not what I want to happen for anyone. So try and pick a time of day where it's a little bit cooler out, the ground is a little bit cooler. I think you're gonna set yourself up for success. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. In the comments below, comment what your running regimen is right now. How long have you been running outside? How many days a week are you running outside? Are you just starting? Let's talk about it a little bit below in the comments. And again, those of you who've been watching these videos, I appreciate all the likes and shares. I know that the way I've been posting videos hasn't been consistent. My goal for over the summer is to hopefully do something every day with this vlog. I have some ideas in mind and I'm still trying to hammer those out a little bit. So keep an eye out. Again, I appreciate you guys coming in. Check me out on Instagram, Mr_Resendiz_runs. Check me out on Strava, Matt Resendiz. Until next time, have a good one, stay safe, peace out.